He watched her through the window every night, but when he tried the door, she realized he wasn't just a neighbor. These 3 true creepy neighbor stories from Reddit actually happened, and they'll make you question who's living next door tonight. Welcome to Scary Kaifi Tales. If you're new, subscribe and hit the bell. Let's begin. Story 1. Creepy Neighbor. The air in Manchester felt cold and wet that night, seeping through the thin walls of our rented house. It was supposed to be a fresh start for me, but it turned into something scary. 2 years ago, I left my bad family life in France and moved to the UK for college. My first year in the dorms was fun late night studying, laughing with roommates, feeling free for the first time. I made good friends, but I didn't have a boyfriend yet. That came in my second year, when I rented a house with some pals. It felt like a step up from the small dorm rooms. We could throw parties without worrying about noise. My room was on the ground floor, with a window looking out to a small backyard. I liked to smoke there when I felt stressed. The backyard had a weak wooden door leading to an alley full of trash bins and old stuff. We kept it shut with strings because it didn't lock well. Our neighbors on the right were 5 older guys. They didn't look like regular students. They seemed rough, like they had hard lives. One day, I met one of them in a bad way. Police came because his roommate went crazy, attacked the others with a kitchen knife, and set the kitchen on fire. The guy we helped was bleeding from his arms and head. We brought him inside, cleaned his cuts, and gave him a shirt. He smelled like weed and kept flirting with me, grabbing my arm. It made me uncomfortable. After that, I stayed away from him. One day, he caught me at the corner store. He said he'd wait at my door to talk. When I got home, he and his friend were sitting there. I got scared, hid around the corner for an hour until they left, then ran inside and locked up. I stopped talking to him, crossing the street to avoid him, but their house was always loud fighting and screaming at night, waking us up. The air felt heavy with trouble. One evening, my boyfriend stayed over. We woke to a loud bang and whispers. The backyard door slammed open. Footsteps came toward my window, which was open a bit for fresh air. The door shook. Then the window moved. Someone whispered in a language I didn't know, trying to climb in. We grabbed our clothes and phone, ran out the front door, and called my roommates to lock up. Then we called the police. They came fast. In 5 minutes, they caught one guy. The other ran, but got caught nearby. Inside their house, police found drugs like meth and heroin, and a big kitchen knife. Why us? I hadn't done anything wrong. I was just polite and kept to myself. The knife scared me. What if they used it? One guy got 2 years in jail for carrying a weapon to hurt someone. The other faced charges too, but the fear stayed with me, like a bad dream. Months later, I moved back to France. The UK's grey skies now remind me of danger. I still have nightmares. Every noise wakes me, thinking of that open window and whispers. The what ifs keep me up. What if my boyfriend wasn't there? What if police were slow?
Therapy helps, and talking with my boyfriend makes it better.
We're safe now, but that year took away my feeling of safety. Independence came with a price, but I'm glad we made it through. Story 2. Creepy Japanese Neighbor. The air in my Kyoto apartment always smelled like old mats and rusty pipes. It was late 2015, and I was 22, a British girl who swapped London's rain for Japan's sticky heat. My school gave me a tiny apartment above a laundromat that smelled like soap and damp clothes. The place was so small I could cross it in 10 steps. The kitchen ran into my bed, and the bathroom was like a closet with a shower. I told myself it was an adventure. I told myself I was brave. The first month was full of learning Japanese letters and singing at karaoke. Then I met my boyfriend, tall and kind, the type who says sorry to doors if he bumps them. One night over cheap beer, he leaned in and said, "Your area is rough. Don't walk alone at night." His words hit me hard. I had been coming home late from clubs, headphones on, singing loud. Japan was supposed to be safe, but safety didn't cover every spot. My best friend lived next door, a tall British who kept his tea in a frog-shaped pot. When he moved back to England, the quiet felt heavy. That's when I noticed the man on my left, not the friendly type. He made this gross throat-clearing sound every few hours, like he was coughing up his soul. It slipped under my door, like smoke. I never saw his face, just the yellow light in his peephole when he was home, like an eye watching the hall. The building was made of concrete, with bad lights. My door opened to a landing with stone stairs going up to a blank wall and down to the laundry room, a wet cave with machines and spiders. I hated those stairs. Spiders were okay, stalkers were not. I started smoking again, a habit I quit in London because the small balcony outside my door was the only place the walls didn't close in. I'd light up, watch the city lights, and feel him there. The first time his peephole light went out, right when I stepped out, I thought it was nothing. The second time, I stood tall, cigarette burning, and stared at the dark hole. Nothing moved, but I knew. One night, the air smelled like coming rain. I put out my cigarette in the ashtray on the third step, tucked in the corner, out of sight. I went inside, shut the door with its metal click, and tried to sleep. Morning came, and the ashtray was gone. In its place, a cigarette butt and a pack of my brand, left like a gift. That stairwell was only seen from my spot. No one else used it. No one else smoked there. I started testing him. I'd slip out quiet, no door slam, and watch his peephole. It stayed lit. I'd smoke, come back, close the door, normal. His door would open seconds later, throat clearing, starting like a sign. He was listening, always listening. The night it got bad, I was out late. My boyfriend walked me to the gate, but I sent him ahead, needing a minute. The gate locked at 11. Key heavy in my pocket. I turned the corner and saw him. Not a shadow, a man standing in the dark past the gate, watching me. My steps slowed. He stepped out, and I saw my neighbor's shape. He didn't speak, just blocked my way. Then my boyfriend's steps echoed behind. The neighbor looked up, pulled out his phone, pretending to talk, his voice low and fake. We passed, my heart pounding. At the gate, I dropped my keys. He held it open, eyes on my boyfriend's back, waiting to see if he'd come in. I thanked him, locked it, and we climbed the stairs quiet. At the landing, he was there again, standing, staring at his door like it was something else. When he saw us, he went inside, the door clicking shut, loud. I moved out 2 weeks later. The fee hurt, but staying cost more. As I packed, I heard him outside my door one last time, that gross throat sound following me down the hall. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. The shadows in Kyoto had teeth, and I learned to run. Story 3, Old Neighbor, turned out to be a total creep. The house on Maple Lane had a way of keeping memories, like old wood holds damp. Every floorboard creaked different, like it told you who was walking. Our neighborhood was where kids learned bikes on cracked sidewalks, and parents watched from kitchen windows. Dan's house was next door, a small place with peeling blue paint and a swing set that squeaked like a hurt bird. I was 3 or 4 when I started going there. My mom called it play dates, her way to get me out while she did stuff. Dan was 5 or 6, tall with brown hair and a smile with missing teeth. His sister Lily was my age, chubby and sticky-handed. My big brother came sometimes but mostly stayed in the living room with Lily while Dan and I played in his room. I don't remember much from then. My brain has fuzzy pictures, lemon cleaner smell in Dan's house, sunlight through blinds, creak of his door. But my mom told me something years later that sits heavy in my stomach. I came home one day, face red from playing, and Mom asked what we did. My brother said a movie, but I mentioned Dan brushing my hair. She thought it was cute at first, but she asked more, and the truth came out slow and bad. Dan hadn't brushed my hair. He rubbed the brush all over my body while I was in underwear. I was 3 or 4, too young to get it, too young to be anything but mixed up.
My brother didn't see he was with Lily.
It happened in Dan's room, behind a closed door, in a safe house. Mom didn't flip in front of me. She stopped letting me go, but she talked to Dan's mom later, and it got intense. Not yelling in the street, but loud like moms protecting kids. Dan's mom didn't deny. She brushed it off, like a phase, not her issue. That's when Mom learned about Lily. Dan did worse to his sister, not just brushing, darker stuff, and no one stopped it. Mom said she'd call police and child services. She did. The family moved fast, like running from fire. One day there, next empty, swing set rusting. I didn't get it then. Dan was gone, and I didn't see him till 17. 2 years ago, Facebook message from Dan. Didn't know the name. Her picture looked familiar, sharp jaw, crooked smile, mutual friends. So I answered, "Hello, how have you been? Haven't seen you in a few years." I said, "Hi," not rude, but do we know each other? He seemed shocked. Wow, real nice way to treat a family friend. I apologized. He sent a photo, us as toddlers, him holding my hand. Oh wow, did our parents know each other? He said he was my neighbor, hadn't moved long ago, but he had 12 years. I was 4. We chatted like old friends. It was nice, I was bored. I remembered bits him pushing me on swing, running to their house, trading toys with Lily. We talked school, friends, nothing deep. Got late. I said goodnight. Didn't think more till morning. Phone buzzed. 50 messages. Good night, beautiful. Sweet dreams. Message when awake. Asleep yet? Can't wait to talk. My stomach twisted. Not cute. Too much. I didn't reply. Busy with group soccer, drama, friends. Checked messages. End of day. More came. Still at same address. Mom still freak about boys. Let's catch up. Take you out. Treat you right. He didn't live here. How? Messages kept coming. 50 a day. Asked about mom. Brother. House. His old house. Like missing it. I didn't block at first. Curious. Maybe jerk. Maybe dumb. Showed mom. Asked if she remembered Dan. Her face went white. Why bring him up? I said. He messaged. Wanted to catch up. Date. Maybe. Didn't mention 50 messages. She said block him. Never talk. Then she told the rest. When 3. Dan brushed my hair, but rubbed brush over my body in underwear. Not play. My brother didn't see with Lily. Happened in Dan's room. Closed door. Mom stopped playdates. Confronted Dan's mom. Intense. Dan's mom deflected. Then mom learned Dan did worse to Lily, darker, and no stop. Mom called police, services, family moved fast. I blocked him, but he messaged friends, changed status to in relationship with me, followed Instagram, liked every photo, commented stories, sent pictures I didn't open, blocked everywhere. No phone number, haven't heard since, but passing that empty lot. I feel watched, not him. Memory of what he did, what he might do, how a house holds secrets. A child grows dark. Dan, let's not meet again. These stories are real. From Let's Not Meet. If you have one, share it in the comments. Like if this chilled you. Subscribe for more true horror every week. Next, 3 true camping horror stories. Sleep tight.